This is Tyler O'Connor.
And Brayden Foster.
And we are doing Option 1 project about the 4 universal apostolic preferences.
One UAP is showing the way to God through the spiritual exercises and discernment. Ignatian discernment is the spiritual practice of noticing the movements within your heart and soul, your desires, thoughts, and emotions, and identifying where they are coming from and where they are leading you. An example of discernment in many students' lives is choosing a college. Students weigh the pros and cons when making this decision. The spiritual exercises are a compilation of meditations, prayers, and contemplative practices developed by St. Ignatius of Loyola to help people deepen their relationship with God. Walsh Jesuits' Grad at Grad is heavily influenced by the spiritual exercises as they call us to be open to growth, intellectually competent, religious, loving, and committed to doing justice.
The next UAP is Walking with the Excluded. This UAP emphasizes the importance of service. My own insights involved in service is volunteering at the Peter Moore Center in Akron, where you are tasked to work and provide for the marginalized. On our trip to Europe this past summer, we realized that homelessness is not only something that occurs in the United States, yet in the cities we visited, we've seen impoverished areas. It is important to understand how lucky we are to have been able to go on this trip. At the same time, we need to realize that with our young selves, we should be able to help and provide for the impoverished community back at home.
The next UAP is Journeying with the Youth. As young adults and students of Jesuit education, we come together and accompany one another and strive for a hope-filled future for our world. At Walsh, we do this in many ways, whether it be on a sports field or court, in a classroom, or on Kairos. We come together and learn valuable lessons from one another that we hope to use to make a better future for ourselves and others.
The final UAP is Caring for Our Common Home. This UAP raises awareness of issues related to caring for creation. In our example, caring for creation is supporting and providing for the marginalized in our community. On our trip to Europe this summer, we visited many places that are not man-made and are part of God's creation. A lot of these places are just religious, natural places that we can experience God's presence. One way we can apply caring for our common home in our lives is caring for our high school, Walsh Jesuit.
These 4 universal apostolic preferences of showing the way to God through the spiritual exercises and discernment, walking with the excluded, journeying with the youth, and caring for our common home are evident in our Jesuit education, and we learned more about these this summer in our Ignatian spirituality class and trip.